I'm about to tell y'all what really happens on that cruise.
When we jump, they jump. All them other girls tryna be like us. Oh, oh, can't get it done. Tryna soak it up, can't get enough. Oh.
Hey Monet babes, it's your girl Tatiana Monet, and I'm back with another freaking video. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. And actually, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything from me. Bing. So, here we go. I'm gonna jump right into this. Bottom line, as you guys know, I went on a cruise recently. And in my previous video, I had told you guys, I'm gonna be doing a recap of my trip, and I will let you guys know what happened on the trip in my next video. Well, here is the next video. And you might as well get your popcorn. Because it's about to get juicy, okay? I'm about to tell y'all what really happens on that cruise. Okay, and let me start off by saying I don't want anyone to feel like it was a terrible experience for me, because it wasn't. It was a great vibe on the Carnival Conquest, but I want y'all to know the name of it, the Carnival Conquest. And it was a real fun ship and all of that, but I had an incident that happened. Oh yeah, I sure did. So let's start from the beginning. I get on the Carnival Conquest out of Miami, and it was a 7-day cruise. It went to Turks and Caicos, St. Thomas, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico. I'm not sure if I said that, but yeah. And the locations were amazing, fabulous. But, my experience on the boat was a little altered because of what happened on day 1. So I go on this cruise with my cousin and her friend. So it was great. It was starting off great. We were taking our little selfies, having a good old time. And later in that evening, we have dinner, and it's good. I'm getting a vibe of the boat. Checking out the different restaurants, the casino, the different bar areas, and just, getting a vibe of what my life is about to be like for the next 7 days. Okay. We check into our room. We are waiting on our bags for a good minute, and we start hearts start pounding, because it's like, okay, where are our bags? Because what I didn't know is that, when you get to the port, you have to give one of the guys that works, I guess, with the cruise line, your bags. I thought that I was just going to be able to take my bags onto the boat. So I got a little nervous when they were like, oh yeah, your luggage will be at your room when you get to your room. At your boarding time or whatever. So we got to the room, and we were waiting, and finally the bags came, but they were coming at different times. Our bags were not all just sitting in front of our door at that time. It started gradually coming in, and they didn't come in at the same time. So that's one situation, but that's fine. Who cares? I got my luggage. It was fine. So later that evening, we decide we're gonna get cute, and go have some drinks. So we decide we're gonna go have some cocktails, and I'm gonna spill it all, because I want y'all to know, if you go on the Carnival Conquest and you go to, I think it's Frogs, I'm not sure if it says Frogs first, but whatever, it's called the Rum Bar, and it's right next to the pool. Okay, it's right next to the pool on the cruise ship. So the Rum Bar, Frogs, or Red Frog Rum Bar, whatever. But if you see Rum Bar, and not to say that you will even be on the same ship that I was on, I'm just saying, be a little careful. All right. First night in, we're going to go have cocktails. We sit our asses down, and there were 2 bartenders on shift. Stick, please pay attention to this story. There were 2 bartenders on shift, and one bartender was very determined to make my drink specifically, okay? He made my drink, but he wasn't eager to like make my cousin or her friend's drink. It was just my drink. He was so pressed to make my drink. And I didn't really think anything of it at the moment. So I'm just like, okay, shit, whatever. Because I had said that I wanted like, a fruity drink. I'm a cocktail girl. I love anything fruity. Love it. Super fruity, guava juices, mango juices, pineapple juices, anything you got, put it in there. So he was telling the other bartender, let me make her drink. I'm gonna make her drink. I got a recipe. I got something I'm gonna make for her. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe he's just cool peoples and he just wants to make me some special drink or whatever, based off of the kind of drinks that I said that I like. So he ends up making me this drink, and gives me the drink, and it was cool, a little strong, and I told him it was strong, and then he took the drink back, and I don't know if he put some more juice in it or whatever. But you guys, let me just tell you this. Now, my father has always, both of my parents, love them both, okay? Both of my parents are up on game, okay? My mama is up on game. She puts me on game. My father puts me on game. So they're a wonderful combination for your girl over here. I'm blessed to have them. Lord knows. So my dad has always told me, when you get your drinks, be careful, okay? Never let someone just hand you your drink. No, never let somebody, offer, oh, well, let me go get you a drink, and then they go get it and bring it back, because you don't know what the hell somebody done to it. They even told me, sometimes you gotta watch out for the bartender, because sometimes people can be in cahoots together. They could be working together to set your ass up, okay? And I'm not trying to scare nobody, but I'm trying to give y'all the tea. I'm trying to give y'all the real, honey. So, he makes my drink, gives me the drink, and I'm telling you guys, I really did not think anything of it. And I know that I had been warned from my parents, and I'm always very cautious. I'm always very aware of my surroundings, especially because, I do travel alone, so I'm always very mindful. But this is one time, I'm letting my hair down. I'm like, shit, I'm on a cruise. It's the first night. What's wrong with having a little drink? Ain't nothing wrong with it. And in Vegas, I haven't had any issues and stuff like that, going to the bars and stuff, getting my little cocktails. So I didn't really think much of it. Now, the series of events that took place after my drink are a little sketchy, okay? So, I'm at the bar, I have the drink, I don't know. And when I tell you guys, I can't remember what the hell happened. And that's not like me. So I'm wondering, did something happen to my drink? Because the next situation that this whole video is about my phone, okay? My cell phone. I had the drink, took a few little videos on my phone, and this is not like me, y'all. I'm telling you, this is not like me to leave I've never lost my phone since having a phone. Like, I mean, shit, I started having a phone, like, at what, 13, 12? I have never lost a phone, honey. Never lost one. So, I guess once I was done with my drink, I got up, and not even 5 minutes later, I realized, hey, I don't have my phone. And the thing was, there was only the two bartenders there when we had our drinks, and they were the only two people there when we left, okay? Nobody was on deck yet. Nobody was up there yet. And not even 5 to 8 minutes later, I'm like, oh shit, y'all, I don't have my phone. So we go back to the bar. Mind you, I know that that's where the last place that I had it. We went back to the bar, and I asked the bartender, have you seen a phone? Did somebody return a phone? Did you see my phone when I left? Did I leave it on the counter? Okay? He proceeds to tell me, no, I haven't seen your phone. And he was like having an attitude about it. No, I haven't seen your phone. And if anything happened to your phone, there are cameras right here, and they'd be able to see, exactly what happened. So I'm feeling a little sketchy at this point, but also a little bit relieved, because I'm like, okay, there's cameras right here. He has told me that there are cameras right here. So I'm going to go, and I'm going to go to security and let them know that my phone is gone, right? Even though it seemed so fucking sketchy that he was the last person. And come on now, bartenders clean up. And I'm not trying to talk about bartenders, because I've never had an incident with a bartender in my life. I've had nothing but good vibes, nothing but good things to say about the bartenders that I've had. And it just was weird to me that they were the last people there, and he was so determined to make my drink. And I'm telling y'all, I don't know, shit got blurry when I had that drink, and I already have a low tolerance level, but some shit just didn't feel right. So I go to security, and of course at this time I'm like starting to panic, because I'm like, this is day one. Where is my phone? Where the hell is my phone? And, because shit, our phones are like a major part of our lives now. Excuse you. Hey. So, phones are a major part of our lives now. And it was the very fucking first day of the cruise, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? So, we go to security, and security is like, let's just go through all your steps. Let's do this. Let's do that. And I end up going through a whole entire walkthrough of retracing my steps with security. And she was great, because she kind of went above and beyond. Like, she spent a good amount of time with me tracing my steps. So we go back to the bar. And he's all like, he looking funny. And security proceeds to ask him, like, have you seen her phone? Have you seen this style of phone with this kind of case, blah, blah, blah. And he said, no, I haven't seen it. And I said, yeah, can we check the cameras? I asked the security guard. I said, can we check the cameras? Because he told me that there are cameras right here, so that if anyone saw anything happen, they would be able to catch it on the camera. So then she says to the bartender, well, what are you talking about, sir? We don't have any cameras up here. The only cameras that we have are all the way down there. Tell me that's not a little sketchy. Because in my mind, I'm like, okay, you done stole my shit. You done stole my stuff. And you're trying to take it off of yourself by saying that there are cameras up here to make yourself look like you're not guilty. And so that night passes. And I have no phone. I wake up the next day and I'm mad as F. I'm pissed because I was ready to leave. At that point, I don't have no phone. I'm stuck on a boat for 7 days with no damn phone, no way of communication, no mode of communication, no way of... I use my phone for my vlogging and stuff like that because it's easier to carry around while I'm doing activities and all of that. And I was planning on vlogging a whole bunch on this trip. So forgive me, guys, because that is what my plan was to vlog my whole experience of the cruise, the whole entire ship, the activities on the ship, and my activities once I got to my port. So back to the story. We end up, I never got my phone back. Never got my phone back. And I'm stressing out because it's like, at the end of the day, reality sets in and it's like, damn, I have to still, once this cruise is over, I gotta go back to Miami. And I'm staying in Miami for a couple of days and now I have no phone. I have no way to communicate. I have no way to get my lift. I have no way to check my itinerary for my flight. Okay? All of this stuff is running through my mind. And, the next day after everything had happened, I didn't get my phone back, and it was awfully funny because I go to the bar and ask the bartenders that work there, do you have a worker by the name of Juan or whatever his name was, who was the one I was having an issue with? And they were like, oh, he took off for the day. He took off for the day. Awfully funny how after my phone has been stolen at this point. It was stolen. That's it, period. My phone was stolen and now he's taking off for the day. And at first they didn't want to give me no information. They're like, oh, we can't tell you who works at this bar. What? And I'm sorry. This is my message to you guys. Be careful when you guys are on these cruise line ships or whatever, or going out of the country, because people think that Americans are stupid, okay? I'm sorry, but that's just the harsh truth. Not everyone thinks like that, but you've got some people in these other places that think that Americans are privileged and we are stupid. So, as I was speaking to my father, my mama, I called them because Lord knows, after I lost that phone, the only people that was going to make me feel better was my parents. Period. The only people that were going to make me feel better were my parents. And they calmed me down because my mission was to get that phone turned the hell off. Turn this phone off. I need it off. Okay? Because I don't want nobody to be able to do something with my phone. I don't want them to be able to get in. Luckily, I have my fingerprint scanned in there and a code, whatever. But still, I was stressed. And like I was saying, my parents were like, sometimes sometimes they'll take your shit, and as soon as they port, because my dad was like, you never know. Once you guys port, he may get off the boat and sell your shit. Like, it's over. It might be just completely over for your phone. So you might as well just try to enjoy the rest of your trip. Because either he has gone and sold your phone for little to nothing, or at this point, because now there's questioning going on, he might have thrown it off the damn boat out of pressure. And another thing that was suspicious was that I ended up speaking to security again and filed a report against him. Okay? And I did that also because it was awfully funny that the first time he saw me after my phone incident, he looked at his other bartenders and stared me down. And my cousin, she saw it. Her friend saw it. He stared me down and started laughing. So I said, okay, that's cool. Fuck this shit. I'm about to file a damn report. Keep playing with me. I'm not the one. I am not the one. So I go and I speak with security, and come to find out, because I saved the receipts, right? Mind you, I saved the receipt from that night so I can keep documentation on what time I went to the bar and all of that. And he ended up he ended up signing me out under the other bartender's name. And I was like, oh, he must have done that to try to throw me off. Because when I gave the security guard his name that was on the receipt, they were like, oh, is this the guy? And they showed me a picture, and I was like, no, that was the other guy that was working that night. This dude checked me out under the other bartender's name to try to throw me off track. So, to wrap this story up, I never got my phone back. I was on a boat for 7 days with no phone. Luckily, I brought my watch with me, so I was able to kind of communicate with my family through my watch, but I never got my phone back. They had to order me a new one while I was overseas, and I have it now, as you can see. And I just want everyone to be safe on these trips. Be aware of your surroundings. Please do not make the mistake that I made. And I don't feel like I made a mistake. I just feel like I'm usually more vigilant and I don't know what happened. But please watch your drinks. Watch your fucking drinks. Watch your belongings. Watch it all. Okay? And enjoy yourselves, but be mindful of your surroundings. That's all that I have to say on that. Other than that, if it wasn't for my phone being stolen, I had a good time. So don't let this video discourage you from going on a cruise. It's a great experience, but be mindful of my story. When you go on a cruise, have me in mind. Have your girl Tatiana Moñet in mind, because I was miserable. Okay, I was miserable that first day after my phone was stolen, and you just feel so helpless because it's like, damn, people don't even understand, what you might even have on that phone. Like, I had pictures of, loved ones and people who are no longer here, and that hurts when you feel like, damn, I may never get those images back. So that's another thing. Back up your files, guys. Back up your pictures, back up your videos, all of that. So that if something happens to your phone, your camera, your anything, you have something to reference. You have something to go to retrieve your stuff, okay? And luckily, a good amount of my stuff ended up getting saved into my Google files, and I was able to get them back. But the pictures I had taken on my first day to Miami and first couple of days when I was in Miami, they're gone. I don't have those images or videos of my vlogging that I was doing those few days. So it is what it is. But love you, Monet babes. Stay blessed, stay beautiful, and stay mindful and vigilant, honey. Okay, so once again, don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, love you guys.